So, moving on to the final four pieces of design that Jack has shown me through the development phase. The top right here is really a development of the U-shaped item on the last page, where to make it more stable and probably actually to make it more simple to manufacture, what we've got now is a series of kind of triangular rings, which with curved corners, which is quite nice. Again, if I'm honest, what that does is gives me a more stable, stronger, slightly heavier product than the previous design. On the upside, probably a little easier to make and machine, and definitely stronger. So from a longevity and for instance, if you've got a big heavy 17-inch gaming laptop or something, that would be probably a preferable item. Just a development on the thought of putting interspacing solid chunks with spacers. That would increase the ventilation of the air, which would increase the cooling, and also you could in fact put the cables down through the gaps. So for both those ideas, that's quite a neat solution. Moving on to the bottom two here. On the left is a kind of single wooden piece version of an earlier design where you've got two legs. They have to be quite wide and quite thick. They could be made to interlock so that when you laid them flat on their sides, you could have them interlocking into a single shape, just with a little bit of development on the design. The nice thing about these is they're absolutely simple. The downside is they could only be used on a desk. So on a desk made out of thick enough wood to give you the stability, possibly the simplest, cheapest to produce, cheapest, simplest to use, very idiot enabled as it were. You couldn't really get it wrong. You stand them up and you put your laptop on. So at the brand extension point, when people are looking for a product which is branded with this product's brand, but is cheaper than the luxury item or the transportable item, and just wants to be associated with the brand, then this is the entry level point item. I'm just really buying two blocks of wood shaped by the environmental designer and branded as such, and so it's still a desirable item. To the right, in the right hand corner here, we have effectively a portable version of that, but not only is it more portable, but it's also functionally more satisfactory, because what Jack's done is taken the basic form and turned it into a two-piece design with a hinge at the top. So two pieces of wood with a hinge, fundamentally with a scoop at the front or a lip at the front, hinge in the middle, and a fold down flat. And in my world, what I'd do is I'd have that as a very stiff friction-based hinge, so that I could adjust the angle, so that the presentation angle of the item would be good. That actually would work as long as the hinge worked okay, both as a portable item and as a desktop item. So quite a neat, quite elegant, quite simple piece of design. Moving on to the last design option that I've been given, and difficult to explain immediately why, but for me it's the simplest, most elegant and most capable piece of design of the 15 or 20 designs that Jack offered me, because what it is both a desktop and a lap item, designed to fold flat very cleverly, where the body of the platform has cutouts from which you can withdraw the legs, and so as a result, using it portably, it's exactly laptop size, very thin, very elegant, would slip inside the laptop case behind the laptop, so you almost wouldn't know you got it, but then you're able to cut into it recesses which form the legs, the supports, and the ventilation and cabling channels. So this piece made up is a very practical, very sensible, very capable desktop item. It's environmentally very friendly. It has an adjustable leg position. We've got on the final model two different angles, a more upright and a slightly flatter angle, which is good for both travel and viewing. And it is just simply a very elegant piece of design, because we've taken the flat panel that we've seen as a single slug in other pieces, but with supports and bases and legs, and it's then incorporated that kind of design idea by having cut out laser cut legs from which you can take them out of the centerpiece and drop them into the back as support legs. Environmental, classy, innovative, stylish, and practically sensible. And from the finished models that I've seen, probably is the item I would pick to use for my laptop. I'd quite like one for my iPad too, and I would happily put inside my laptop case, take with me, use at work when I got to work. 5-10 seconds to assemble, fold back down in the evening and take home and use at home when I'm playing with my laptop at home, and also perfect for travelling. Sit inside the laptop case, pop it out on the plane and use it, and use it as a desktop mount when I get to the hotel or the conference. So the item which to me satisfies the environmental, portable and desk activities whilst providing elevation, ergonomic design improvement, cooling, and all of the other things that I would need from a laptop stand. So definitely my standout choice.